episode, I had a couple technical difficulties testing out this new mic, but hopefully I've got it all worked out. I noticed there was a lot of background noise from my my fan, so I moved my mic a little bit farther away from it, and hopefully there's less background now. So, getting back into it, I just died. So, I'm going to have to redo that one fight we did. Pretty much the only fight we did in the last game, or episode. I will say I'm going to be working on trying to get better editing software, basically. So I don't have to use the PlayStation's real janky broadcasting service thing. So hopefully, here in the near future, I'll be able to divide up these episodes better, instead of having just random amounts of time in one episode and the same in another. Because I know last episode, anyone that's watching this series is probably going to be like, why is this only 16 or 20 minutes long? But until then, I can't really do anything about the software or whatnot. Or well. So until I can do anything about it, I'm just going to continue like this and hope things go better in the future. I'll probably do most of my streaming on the weekends. Those are the days I have off at my other job. Or well. And I'm going to try and take this a little bit slower because I am getting a little bit frustrated dying so much. I think the next upgrade I will get is going to be for my HP because on my other playthrough I upgraded it once and never really had a problem throughout the entire rest of the game. Like, final boss included. One down, and this other firefly with the basket. Because I think that's their real names. Okay, get up. Don't get up on me. Okay. Well, that's that done again. We haven't used it yet, but this takes us back to like a hub area over in the side. In the very middle. I will say the armadillos are probably one of the more challenging enemies in this game. Because they have a ridiculous amount of HP. And they just have so much range with their attacks. I mean, don't get me wrong, other enemies have their own challenges. But the armadillos, like, consistently have more tankiness than any of the other ones. they're pretty hard to approach in terms of getting up and attacking them. Normally these things go a lot slower, but I'm loving how fast it's going, to be honest. We do have a mission to go in that door back there, though I'm not entirely sure we can do it. It might require a higher level Earth than we have access to. So the thing about the homunculus is it can't take damage, but it does get stunned from certain attacks. As you can probably tell, I'm pretty new to this, and I'm not exactly the best at keeping up the conversation while fighting. You know, split vision and whatnot. But I'm going to do my best in the future to get better at this. In terms of consistent conversation. I just really don't want to die, to be entirely honest. I was getting pretty frustrated before because of how often I was doing that. Which I assume everyone can understand how annoying it can be. Hey, we could do it. Cool. So down here we've got a little, well, it's not even a real puzzle. So we gotta turn these on, but only after enemies start spawning in. Because this guy back here is something we have to find. What? Yeah, I can fix that. Yeah, these guys have like absolutely no resistance to electricity. So they sort of just die. I don't know what this... I think they might have a healing ability that shields enemy, like others that are down. I don't know. But they seem to like using a greenish little vacuum cleaner effect. Now, what we're coming up on is probably going to be one of the parts that's going to be a little bit more challenging without a second player. Any more enemies? What we got? Honestly, I really don't understand how they decide. Okay, just these guys. Steady might win the race, but you gotta kill the animals. These guys gotta go fast. One more for that one in the back. What's really fun is using the medium blast on these guys when they're in a big group. And they all hit themselves. Like, you can just watch them kill themselves. Because enemies in this game deal damage to themselves, just like they would to me. Oh, I got greedy. I got greedy and he got me. Is that it? You done? Cool. Well, I guess you didn't have to light those. I was just doing this because you get a ton of experience from quests and things like that. See, he tells you to meet him in the village, but like, you weren't able to go to the village, even when you find it. And I still don't know what exactly triggers the whole event to let you in the village. For the longest time, I just glitched into it. And then somehow I managed to accidentally trigger the gates to fall. Which may or may not have been intended. Okay, so this is going to be an event. Are you freaking kidding me? I hope it saved at the door. It probably didn't, knowing this game. Those explosive barrels really do rip through your HP. Wish they did that to enemies. Where are you taking me? Oh, great. All the way back. Well, that's more than a little bit annoying. Well, since that didn't give me a level... Oh, all the way back. Okay. Rude, but fine, I guess. Okay, well, getting back there is a bit of annoying. I think I'm going to skip out on that gauntlet because it really didn't give me a full level. It was close to a full level, but if I'm just going to die afterwards, it's not exactly worth it. And yeah, I know, I can make a healing potion. Which I probably already could. Don't dare kill me in a cutscene. They do that quite often in this game, and it's real freaking frustrating. that you can just die in the middle of a cutscene. It's how my first fight with the final boss went. I ended up just dying in the final cutscene and having to refight the guy. But I guess that's spoilers for anyone who hasn't gotten there yet. And I'll try my best not to spoil anything. For people that are watching this to get through certain parts of the game. Alright. I need that wind potion still. Where am I? That's one thing also with this game that sort of is super frustrating. The controls aren't exactly totally responsive whenever you're trying to like move around. Especially in the quick select menu for moving around what you have equipped. Just terrible. So the reason why I like wind too for these guys is because it's a vortex and it keeps hitting them multiple times. So you're basically guaranteed to land that weakness effect. And it knocks them on their backs. Which is definitely the way you want them to be when fighting them like this. It just takes longer to make the potions, which is sort of frustrating. So I'm going to go through and try and clear out all of these barrels beforehand. So what we're trying to make here is, I think, a key. I can't remember. I think it might be a key or a shield or something like that. I can't totally remember. It has been a while since I've been here. But suffice to say, we're forging a object. Which is a nice idea. I like sort of situations like this. It's a game based on crafting, and our goal right now is to craft something, and that sort of tickles a place in my mind. Like, yeah, that's how we do. However, this is pretty frustrating on single player, because this is going to mean I'm going to have to switch around a whole bunch on elements, because I'm going to have to apply earth all through here, cool it down here, then trigger that sand dial to pound it into submission, or into place here. Then I think cool it again, or heat it up. It's heated up again. And then continue the forging process. There's also a place down here that you can go for resources. It's just like metals and stuff, because most of this place is just ore and things. So I'm going to go ahead and do this with pre-selects. If I can menu properly. I foresee that being the hardest part about a speedrun for this game, is menuing. Okay, let's get this started. Okay, one down. And here. It is nice that they gave us the whole time slows down when you're aiming your magic, because otherwise a lot of this kind of stuff would be hard to do. Okay. Now. And I hope that was enough. It only hit it once. This is one of those things where you can redo it a couple times to make sure you do it right. Yeah, I did it wrong. I'm not entirely sure if they want us to cool it down. Might be one of those situations where you have the option to screw up your own progress if you just do whatever they tell you to do. Okay, so third fire we go. And switch over to... Nope, it'll water itself. Oh, I screwed up. Unpunished! And you want to be careful with the sand because all of the sand effects are kind of annoying. I'm going to avoid that and hope it's what you want to do. Huh. Maybe that was too many. I don't know, they don't really give you a lot of direction in this game. Like, they rely a lot on context, and then sometimes they give you absolutely no context. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to do everything right again. Instead of choosing not to do one, I'm just gonna do them all and assume that I screwed up here on the forging process. Which looks like that's what happened. I simply screwed up. And voila. Yeah, I simply screwed up the first time. Oh, I hate this place. If I'm not mistaken, these are going to be kobolds. I don't remember what kobolds are weak to. I don't have any other stuff. I've been mostly just blazing straight through most of the gathering stuff in this game. Just because I want to see how fast I can... Oh, this is not kobolds. This is that guy. This guy's kind of really annoying because He's unstatus effectable. But he doesn't like mud. Downside is I also don't like mud because it sounds disgusting. One of the other reasons why I don't like him is he has a gravity attack thing that pulls you in. Oh, I guess he can be slowed. I've just been very unlucky with that one status one. Because I know for a fact he doesn't die to insta-death. Okay, that's good enough reason right now to make that healing potion I've been yakking about. Just like before, let's pop in, beta citron. Because I've got a lot of it. Metal-wise, looking like maybe lead or copper. Might as well use lead. I don't think I'm gonna need lead for many things. Lead is the third tier of armor. I'm hoping to ignore the third tier entirely and skip right to the last one. I didn't put an element in it. Fire. Sure, it increases resistance. See, one of the reasons why I don't think I need this healing potion so much is because I don't have a lot of HP, and I think they assume that I'm gonna have a lot of HP. Going into this. Where's the little task prepared? Oh, I guess killing him managed to trigger that somehow. Really thought we did something with this. But I guess this is where that ends. And we go on without it. Let's change this mud potion back into a water potion. And mud sword back into regular sword. Most of the time I will be using just whatever they're weak to. However, whenever they don't have a good weakness, I'll probably default to a lava sword because they're ridiculously powerful. Late game, you can almost triple your damage simply by adding a lava-based sword oil with the right combination, of course. And I do recommend exploring your options in terms of what combines with what. I do plan on putting up a sort of cheat sheet on IGN at some point, but I'm having troubles with that currently, and I can't really work it out. But it is a real shame that this game has no information on the internet at all. Because genuinely, it's a pretty good game. I really hope at least one person enjoys this enough to buy it. Is that what you want me to go? Yeah. No. Did that unlock this one? Yeah. Okay. I hate these lightning ones because they're the only ones that use lava or mud. And again, I hate mud. Mud's just gross. And if I had more HP, I'd just be running through this. Oh, great. So, unfortunately, because of my HP restrictions, I'm just going to have to walk through this slowly. And deal with it. But if I do take damage, I'm just going to try my best to brute force everything. I do like putting me in a situation where I have to use explosives in a very tight corner. Now, I plan on going over this in my 100%. However, I feel like I'll just show you guys this little shortcut. There is a book up there. I think it's an enemy profile. I don't think I need that. But something that they don't even remotely tell you about over here. I'm not fighting these. I'm just running fast. Down here. There is a hidden journal in this little camp that there's like no way to know about unless you're super duper looking. This one right here, the departure of the gods. Because there's no path over here, which is like one of the few parts of this game where they do stuff like that. Is just like, oh well, you're supposed to know. Like, it was obvious that that was there. These ice ones also take lava, so I'm just gonna wait for this to be done doing that. I really don't appreciate the lava, or the mud in this game. And there is this little puzzle that's also kind of a bit annoying, that I had trouble with. It requires you to put one size on over there, and an entirely different size over here. And you get some lab supplies here in the middle. They show up on the map. But they're also pretty hard to get, you know what you're doing without knowing what you're doing. I don't know what lab supplies actually do for you. I know there's a different collectible that gives you a percentage in experience boost. I guess this also gives you a percentage experience boost. Okay, so leveling up. I think I'm going to take an extra bomb. Both of them would be a DPS boost. But I will take the extra... Oh, I was going to do HP. Oh well. As long as I keep getting unpunished here, things will be fine. turn those off, which is super handy. Oh, but not for long. Apparently. I normally just run through them like the rest. Oh, memory. I will be skipping all of the memories. If you want to see them, I'll do a full upload of like everything there is to know about this game in a different playthrough. But as it stands, I'm just trying to beat this as quickly as I can, just to know how long it would take to potentially speedrun. And by no means do I mean to say that I'll be doing it as quickly as possible. Oh yeah, Dragon's Chambers. This boss is mostly a DPS check. Most bosses in this game are, unfortunately. They basically want you to use a specific element to make them damageable, and then immediately, what's the phrase? Go into just mash the damage button over and over. See, like that does 9 damage. That's a 9 damage sword oil. And my sword currently does like no damage. Okay, so when he takes a breath, you'll be able to see a symbol appear on his chest. Oh, and he also spawns these flies, which are annoying. Because they mostly just get in the way of doing damage. Like a potion. And 9 damage this early in the game is absolutely ridiculous, by the way. As you can tell by me just completely eviscerating that boss. Yeah. So, coming up is... God, I hope it's not as bad as last time. This game isn't fully, like, polished in terms of game mechanics. And one of the big problems was right here. Nope, it's not being a problem yet. So, whenever I was playing through this on my first playthrough, it wasn't, like, recognizing the flow that's supposed to be here as actually being there. Just thinking this. You can go faster, however, going faster just pushes you into these lava pits, lava flows, that will just straight up kill you if you touch them. You have very little control over where you're going, based on using wind. And going back is not an option. There are these little electric things that are supposed to be in the way, that really don't get in the way at all. In fact, in the minigame, they're super helpful because they let you slow down and collect points. Which you need to beat the minigame, obviously. Okay, this is gonna get dicey. And I will say, the first time I played through this, I had to manually push myself all the way through this river with wind. And God, if I had to do it again, I probably would have lost my mind. Because this river just keeps on going. And like, we loaded up multiple times because we kept dying to like random things. Like getting too preoccupied with moving forward and running into one of these lava flows. Or simply falling off too many times after having no HP at the boss. Because these little pillars that we run into that stun us also do a little bit of damage. Not a lot, but a noticeable amount. Okay, I think we're done. Yeah, it took me and my friend about half an hour of just bulldozing through that just to push ourselves all the way through. It did not go that well. I'm very much happier knowing that I could just put that behind me. Okay, and here we are back at the homunculus factory. This is actually the start where we got our earth powers just over there, behind a thing of, oh, what is that, lava, obsidian, something like that. And over here, we actually get a round flask, which is our final and third upgrade for our flasks. I don't honestly think any of them are that helpful. I'm going to be using the fire one for a specific event here that wants us to blow them all up at once. And that's how we get through the door. I don't know why they bothered hiding this room. In terms of, like, I don't know. Oh, hey, he's on. Nice to see you. Let me see if I can't pull up chat. Okay, well, I'll get that sorted out eventually. This girl gives us a mini-game-esque thing where we can go back through that lava area. It's pretty terrible. Now I'm just trying to get out of here because I'm way under leveled for any of this. Mostly because I just ran through everything up till now. Let's save. Oh, I'm in a fight, so I can't save. Yay. So it brings you to my stream. Random person. How has your night been handling you? I would like to get this. But I also kind of want to get more HP because I do die a lot. Screw it. I just need to stop sucking. Well, that's that fully upgraded. I'm going to the forest now, aren't I? Yeah, in the forest. I will show you guys this real quick. Mostly because it was really annoying for me and my friend. I'm just gonna ignore enemies, and hopefully they ignore me. Come on. What are you being like this? Just get over the lip. There it is. They don't tell you about this, and there's like no indicators at all that it's down here. But there's an earth thing right here. They want you to use to go all the way up and get this memory that's up here. I'm not gonna get it, but you can in your own time. I just wanted to show you where it was, because me and my friend spent like 4 days trying to get up there by glitching into the walls. It was the definition of insanity. Is the guy over there for the shop yet? No, he's not here. I think I have to actually go give him some materials. Which might do me better in the long run. Because he does sell a whole bunch of, like, what are they, armor pieces and stuff that you can make. Alongside a whole bunch of maps, enemy info, and I think they're called Alchemicos or something like that. They're like little collectible dolls. If I remember whenever I'm logging out, I'll show you where they are. They're kind of cute, but at the same time, not exactly necessary. They do buff your, like, experience gain, but not in an absolutely noticeable degree. These guys just die. the bigger ones you gotta watch out for. Okay, dude. I have the ingredients. Then he wants us to come back later, and he'll become a shop. And slowly throughout the game, he gives you more and more quests to give him materials to upgrade the shop further. I do recommend doing this, as it is where most of the maps in the game are. And honestly, the things he asks for aren't entirely that hard to get. Like, by the time you get to him, you'll have plenty of gold to spend, which is, I think, the last material he'll ask for. He might only ask for metals, to be entirely honest. But I could be wrong. Alright, over to the forest. I have a bunch of gripes about the forest, but they're mostly just personal stuff. The map in the forest is ridiculously bugged as to whether or not it will even spawn where it should spawn. Which makes getting to it, or finding it, ridiculously hard. Because you'll think, oh, well, I've already checked that place, and there was nothing there. Which is what me and my friend did on our co-op playthrough. Also, always destroy pumpkins. For some reason, they have gold in them. Right there. This is the entrance to the forest. I think you're not allowed to go in till you've already beaten the dragon. I could be wrong about that, but honestly it doesn't really matter. There's nothing you can do in the forest. So you have Earth. Also, these bells are all over the map. They may or may not have 2 of them in each area. I think the town might actually have 3. But there's an achievement for finding all of them and doing the challenges. Most of the challenges are just, oh, kill a whole bunch of this enemy. And they just reward you with experience. So, take it or leave it. I mean, honestly. So, the forest is somewhat linear but overlapping in terms of its layout. It's basically a straight line all the way down. Let's see if I actually got the map to spawn in. Oh, and the always present poison is just the best. Basically, this entire map is covered in poison no matter where you go. Hey, map spawned in. Cool. I thought I hit that. I don't know how to open that gate. Probably this. When in doubt, use mud, apparently. was not the answer. It was, however, whatever that is. And that might be part of the third set of armor. Yeah. I won't be crafting that. Mostly because the majority of my damage is coming from my sword oil or crafted potions themselves. And I just simply don't need it. Yeah, it helps in terms of defense, which I probably should care about. But so long as I can just not get hit, I'm golden. Well, I've actually been going for quite a while, so I think I'm going to call it here at this rest spot up here. Oh, I'm dead. Never mind. I'm the best, I'm the greatest around. I have killed myself. That's what you get for talking. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. I have no clue where this is going to take me, but we'll find out in the next episode. Oopsies. Things are dying all around me.